I will also share with you about a new weather sensing system that will help the pilots and the air traffic controllers. Pilots may have encountered a serious weather situation. I will explain very briefly about the four forces that work on the control of an airplane. And due to ice crystal formation, if these are blocked, then control of the aircraft becomes extremely difficult. Media reports, flight QZ8501 started to climb too fast. Pilots to control the aircraft and everything might have happened suddenly. Ice may be a major factor in this crash. What are the steps that we should take to make flight journey more safer? If this technology was used for MH370, possible location of the doomed flight would have been known. Radar-based traffic management system is complex. Now I would like to discuss about next gen technology. My name is Ramesh. I am in front of Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest tower. I wanted to show you the tower, a masterpiece of modern architecture, before I continue with the video.
He's gonna ask for a reason. Right now.
I want to talk about AirAsia flight QZ8501 and 2 minutes during which the aircraft faced a series of problems due to bad weather and the pilots reacted to steady the plane. What happened during those 2 minutes? I will also share with you about a new weather sensing system that will help the pilots and the air traffic controllers with real-time weather monitoring data to avoid bad weather related crashes. Flight MH370 with 239 people on board has disappeared in March 2014 and the mystery behind its disappearance is mind-boggling. This was an incident the world has never seen before. What happened to MH370 can happen to any number of flights that are flying daily. 26 nations got involved in a massive search operation which was unprecedented in aviation history. Satellites of so many nations were put into operation. Unbelievable cooperation among nations to find the missing plane. Countries that are having opposite political views joined together as one team to solve the mystery behind the disappearance. Satellite data was used and analyzed in an unparalleled way to solve this mystery. But till today, there is no trace of MH370. Millions of people across the globe, along with the families of those who were on that ill-fated plane, are eagerly wanting to know the mystery behind its disappearance. In part 3 of this video, I will talk about some new steps and advanced technology systems that should be put in place and implemented so that in future no commercial flight will disappear into thin air without a trace. We know that AirAsia flight QZ8501 from Surabaya, Indonesia to Singapore with 162 people on board has crashed in stormy weather on December 28. Pilots on board flight QZ8501 had requested the ATC to climb up to 38,000 feet to avoid severe thunderstorms. But there was a delay of 2 minutes before the ATC gave them permission to turn left, travel 7 miles and climb up to 34,000 feet. By the time the pilots got the permission from the ATC, a mere 2 minutes later, it was apparently too late. There was no response from the cockpit. Those 2 minutes became very crucial. Let us analyze what could have happened during those 2 minutes. Let us analyze what could have happened during those 2 minutes. Pilots may have encountered a serious weather situation, severe air turbulence or onboard system failure, engine failure, and in order to go to a safer zone, started to climb very fast with a steep pitch angle. Airbus A320 had limitation to climb fast in bad weather conditions, and this may have resulted in an aerodynamic stall due to low airspeed and aircraft had fallen from the sky. Sometimes in stormy bad weather conditions, ice may form on the pitot tubes, and so pilots may be getting a wrong airspeed on the display, and the aircraft might be traveling at a much lower speed. Air France flight AF447 crashed in Atlantic in 2009 due to ice formation on pitot tubes. Pilots kept the nose of the plane up and started climbing instead of keeping the nose down and descending to a lower level, which would have melted the ice. Aircraft experienced a stall and crashed into the sea. During hail and thunderstorms, there is a possibility for both engines to get damaged. According to the available media reports, flight QZ8501 started to climb too fast at a very steep angle, possibly to avoid bad weather in a very quick time. This must have led to a stall. To penetrate turbulence and pass through it, aircraft must slow down, but airspeed should be higher than minimum required. This again depends on the wind speed and direction of the wind. If pilots want to climb to avoid turbulence, they must slow down to achieve a better climb rate. But if they suddenly start climbing at a very steep climb rate, the airspeed starts falling, and once airspeed goes below the stall speed, the aircraft stalls and falls from the sky. At this point, controlling the aircraft is not possible. Airbus A320 has a stall warning alarm, and once pilots see and hear the alarm, they should quickly reduce the rate of climb, level the aircraft, and descend few thousand feet if necessary to ensure airspeed increases and goes beyond stall speed and keeps increasing. To recover from aerodynamic stall, pilots should push the nose down to reduce the angle of attack on the wing and recover the control. Then aircraft reaches normal cruising speed after some time, and pilots gain control of the flight. Weather must have played a role, but weather alone was not responsible for this crash. There are more than 3,000 numbers of A320s flying each single day in bad weather and landing safely. Modern airplanes are built using latest technology at every stage of manufacturing to withstand severe turbulence, dense thunderstorms with ice crystals, and it is very rare that bad weather alone will cause a crash. Even if both engines get damaged due to bad weather, Airbus A320 will not fall from 32,000 feet within few seconds. There would have been enough time for pilots to send a mayday call and briefly inform ATC about their problem, but there was no communication from the pilots. There were 6 other aircraft flying in the nearby area, and they all encountered the same weather conditions like QZ8501 and landed safely. Ice is the only factor that could have damaged both the engines and caused other mechanical and system damage to the aircraft. In such a way, it becomes difficult for the pilots to control the aircraft, and everything might have happened suddenly. Ice may be a major factor in this crash. In such a situation, pilots would have been busy trying to steady the aircraft. Let me explain you how ice can damage the control of the aircraft. Many accidents happen in the past due to ice formation. The 4 forces. For easy understanding of people who are not aware of the theory of flight, I will explain very briefly about the 4 forces that work on the control of an airplane. This is the thrust, this is the lift, and this is the weight, and this is the drag. Now, thrust is the force that propels the aircraft in the forward direction. Engines provide the thrust. Drag, this is the force that acts in the opposite direction. Drag is caused by air friction, speed of wind, and direction of wind and differences in air pressure. Lift. Lift is the force that acts at right angles to the forward motion, at right angles to the forward motion, and it means this is in the upward direction. Lift is created by difference in the wing pressure, air pressure, and the air pressure is created because of air passing above and below the wings. Now weight. Weight is the force of gravity. The weight on airplane acts in the downward direction. This is the force that acts downwards and try to pull the plane towards the center of gravity, center of earth. During severe thunderstorms, the moisture in the air turns into ice crystals, and these ice crystals can damage the turbine blades of engines very fast and douse the ignition system within few minutes. Let me also show you the next slide. I will explain you how lift is created briefly. Lift is created due to difference in air pressure. Due to the curvature of the wing, air travels more distance on the top and thus have less pressure on the top surface. At the bottom, air travels straight and shorter distance and has high pressure. Lift is created due to this difference in air pressure. These are the aircraft controls. Flaps are used to control the lift. Flaps play an important role in lift of the aircraft. Rudder is used for controlling yaw, which is the right or left movement along vertical axis. It is the right or left movement along the vertical axis. This rudder controls that motion. Elevators are used to control the pitch along the lateral axis. The pitch along the lateral axis. This is the lateral axis, and the up and down movement, that is the lateral movement, is controlled by the elevators. Ailerons, which are located here, ailerons are used to control the roll, along the longitudinal axis. It will go up or it will go down, this movement. So this movement will cause the airplane to turn left or right. Ailerons are generally used together with the rudder to make left or right turns, and you can see here various movements given. Aileron is used to control the low, elevators are used to control the pitch, and rudder is used to control the yaw. Icing might have damaged the engines and flight controls. During severe thunderstorms, ice crystals hit the surface of the aircraft with great force, and due to this, if rudder, flaps, ailerons, elevators, wings, electrical and hydraulic systems that are housed inside the wings get damaged, then control of the aircraft becomes extremely difficult. Icing on the surface of crucial controls can jam them from moving. The ice alters airflow over the wing and tail, reducing the lift force that keeps the plane in the air and potentially causing aerodynamic stall, a condition that can lead to a temporary loss of control. Due to ice formation, the airspeed indicators would give wrong readings, flaps, rudders will malfunction if ice crystals with great force hit them, and these problems would have set off chain of events ending with the plane disappearing from radar and crashing into Java Sea. We must wait till the investigators locate the black boxes, analyze the wreckage, and after thorough investigation, confirm the cause for this crash. The 2 minutes that air traffic controllers had taken was crucial for this flight 8501. Radar-based flight traffic management is complex and will not give real-time traffic situation quickly, and air traffic controllers are required to use the data and their experience to find alternative routes or solutions in a given emergency. Air traffic controllers responded fast, as it usually takes more than 2 minutes to thoroughly check the other traffic and grant permission to climb to higher altitude. During those 2 minutes, most likely the air traffic controllers might have been checking: number 1, the traffic in the nearby area and assessing the safe height that QZ8501 can climb. There were 6 other planes in the requested climb zone. Number 2, how long they can travel safely after turning left to avoid stormy weather. When ATC contacted the pilots 2 minutes after receiving their request for diverting the flight, there was no response from the cockpit. Whatever happened during those 2 crucial minutes led to this disaster. Can this type of disasters be avoided? How can we prevent crash of an aircraft in bad weather? How can we avoid disappearance of a flight? What are the steps that we should take to make flight journey more safer? Pilots must be checking the flight path and assess seriously the weather patterns, thunderstorms that they encounter in their flight path before they plan for departure from the airport. Pilots must explore and get approval from ATCs for any alternative flight plan if they feel the current flight plan is not safe for journey. Airlines should delay departure times till the weather improves in a particular area. Airlines must give priority for safety of passengers over following time schedules and should not hesitate to delay departures till the weather improves along the flight path. There is already technology available for live streaming of data recorded by the black boxes on a flight to a ground station belonging to a particular airline. With so much advance in internet technology, airlines should be willing to spend some money to live stream the black boxes data and cover all of their commercial flights. It is important to live streaming of data from cockpit voice recorder and flight data recorder in real time to a ground station, so that in case of disasters, investigators can exactly pinpoint the location of the possible crash site to look for survivors or unravel the cause with available data from black boxes. If for any reason black boxes are not located, there will be no problem for the investigation, as the same data is available. At the present time, locating the black boxes is the only correct way to know the cause of the crash. If this technology was used for MH370, possible location of the doomed flight would have been known. Millions of dollars and countless number of man hours were spent to locate the wreckage without success so far. The cockpit voice recorder records the last 2 hours of all cockpit sounds, including the voices of the people present in the cockpit. Manufacturers of black boxes must redesign the CVR and FDRs with a new time limit of 10 hours to cover the maximum flight duration. By redesigning in this way, more data will be available as evidence about a flight. With so much advances in technology, it is not difficult, and the additional cost would not be a problem for the airlines, considering the safety of the passengers. Imagine what impact this would have for locating the flight MH370. If live streaming of black boxes data to a ground station with 10 hours of CVR and FDR was installed on flight MH370, the mystery would have been solved by now. The story of MH370 is not like any other accident, not seen by the world before. If the available technology was used for MH370, the mystery behind its disappearance would have been solved. Data from the flight data recorder can be used in a flight simulator by the investigators, and the possible cause will be established very quickly. Airlines must recruit pilots, captains and other crew who have excellent English language skills. Especially when pilots are facing a serious situation in the cockpit, understanding the English language and reacting within few seconds is very important to control a flight and navigate safely in the airspace. In 1996, Kazakhstan Airlines flight collided with Saudi Arabian Airlines flight over Charki Dadri in India, killing 349 people. The final investigation report confirmed the cause of this deadly collision was due to the lack of English language skills on the part of the Kazakh aircraft pilots. What more can be done to prevent crashes like AirAsia flight QZ8501? Look out for the next part. Radar-based traffic management system is complex. The air traffic controller has to analyze data from various sources and use his own experience to come to a conclusion about a safe diversion of a flight in a given emergency. Now I would like to discuss about next gen technology called ADSB, Automatic Dependent Surveillance Broadcast. ADSB technology offers so many other advantages. I will discuss all of this in detail in the later part of this video.